Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. One of the basic tenets of conservative philosophy is deregulation. They call regulation of business oppressive. Now, I'm all for simplification of the regulatory process. Companies should not have to fill out lots of complicated forms in order to do business. To its credit, the Obama administration did put together a task force whose job is to get rid of unnecessary rules and simplify the regulatory process. And bureaucrats should see their jobs as assisting businesses to get through the process rather than making sure every I is dotted and T is crossed. But in a survey taken about a year ago, small businesses had very few complaints about regulation and even saw regulation as protecting them from their larger competitors. So all that stuff about how regulation works against small business would appear to be so much hot air. Part of the GOP platform is getting rid of the agencies that regulate the conduct of businesses. They also want to shield them from taking responsibility when they behave badly. That's what tort reform is. Basically, the idea is to leave them free to do whatever they want without having them take any responsibility for it. Now, the assumption behind deregulation is that businesses will behave honorably and in the best interests of the community. This assumption has a long history of being proven to be untrue. One of the biggest contributors to the GOP is the Koch brothers, and they have repeatedly engaged in theft, illegal dumping of toxic material, bribery, and other criminal activities. It is a real stretch to expect them to behave with any kind of honor. The Bush administration refused to regulate Wall Street. And even the Democrats refused to rein in Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And as a result, we had the financial crisis. And since the regulators were literally in bed with the oil industry, BP was allowed to cut corners and ignore basic safety practices, which led to the giant Gulf oil spill. Now, I'm not against business, large or small, but I don't trust it. Placing our trust blindly in people who have repeatedly shown that they don't deserve it is foolish, and it would be inviting another disaster. Thanks for listening.